Now, the Courage Fund will be used in various ways. First, for frontline workers who are at the front lines, and if they are affected by COVID-19, we will use the Courage Fund to support them over and above what other support we provide to them. So, for instance, frontline healthcare workers, doctors, GPs, nurses, healthcare staff, healthcare assistants, hospital staff, clinic staff, the cleaners in the hospital and other facilities, if they, in the course of their duty, despite taking all the measures, are infected by COVID-19, we will support them. But beyond the healthcare frontline, there are also other frontline people who, like the CERTIS officer, who was infected with COVID-19 while carrying out home quarantine duties. We will also support him, and other people in the front lines, our cleaners who clean the areas where patients have been, and other facilities. So that will be the second group of frontline workers. Well, if in the unfortunate event there are any people who succumb as a result of this disease, at the moment that there is none, but as per the SARS situation, the Courage Fund also supports families of those who succumb, as well as their children. Education grant will be offered to them. The third group of people will be the volunteers and people who, good-hearted Singaporeans who step forward in the fight against COVID-19. If they, as a result of the efforts, unfortunately get infected by COVID-19, we will also support them using the Courage Fund, because they've shown courage in times of adversity and step forward to help the front lines and to help fellow Singaporeans. The last group, of course, would be Singaporeans, people who are affected as a result of the COVID-19 situation, the patients, as well as those who are under quarantine or stay-at-home order, who are impacted. You know that we have the home quarantine allowance. You know that we have the Comcare Fund and other forms of community assistance to help them and their families if they are impacted adversely as a result of the current situation. But the Courage Fund adds a layer of extra support on top of that. And the committee and the panel that manages the Courage Fund will assess all the cases and applications and disburse the support accordingly. So that's the Courage Fund. All in, I think DPN Heng has delivered a budget to secure jobs, to support companies at a time like this, and to support families during this period. He talked also about our ability to draw on fiscal resources, and we also have our national reserves, which in times of crisis we know it is available and it's there. But beyond our reserves, there are other forms of reserves beyond fiscal reserves, like our unity, our resilience, and the courage of the community. And at a time like this, when everyone looks out for each other, cares for each other, beyond looking after ourselves and our families, I think that will put us in a stronger position for Singapore to overcome this crisis.